I have 5 minutes. Thank you very much.
I have the list here.
May I, with your permission, I'll ask Count Corla speak to the motion and speak specifically for Mallow. And state for the record that I'm not aware of any commitment that was given in relation to Mallow General Hospital regarding accident and emergency services, but I'm open to correction on that. Could I state also that I'm a member of the Mallow Hospital Action Committee and have been since I entered public life? And could I say that in Mallow and in the North Cork region we have been through a very difficult and traumatic time, particularly when on Tuesday the 19th of April it was announced by HICWA that they would investigate the services at Mallow General Hospital. At that time it was purported that that was on foot of a complaint which turned out not to be the case, and when HICWA did go to the hospital it was found that the staff, the clinicians, the physicians were absolutely and utterly beyond reproach. In tandem and in parallel with that process, and I note what Deputy Donnelly has to say, that there was a process underway, a roadmap, if you will, through the reconfiguration of Cork and Kerry hospitals, whereby the designation of Mallow would evolve or would change to reflect the concerns that were that arose in the HICWA report. And all of the stakeholders, including my own hospital action group, the clinicians, the GPs and everybody who's referred to those hospitals were part of that process. And the end game was to ensure that we could maintain the capacity of the hospital to deliver, so that we would take more services out of CUH on an elective basis, that we would maintain acute surgical services, we would maintain either an urgent care centre or a medical assessment unit, which would allow for the vast bulk of cases that present on an emergency basis to continue to be dealt with in Mallow. And we were on that roadmap until I discovered this week that certain forces, let me say, within the HSE wanted to derail it and go way beyond the HICWA recommendations so as to reduce the capacity of that hospital to deliver. But I have to say, frankly, that I'm encouraged by a meeting that I had with the Minister for Health, whereupon, and it reflects a statement that he made when the HICWA report was issued, that he was strongly committed to the role of smaller hospitals. And I can only speak for Mallow with any great authority. And that what we now need to do is to get that roadmap back on track, so that if we have to go through change management, it has to be to reflect HICWA, but it can't be just for mere or sheer budgetary measures. It has to allow for a situation to arise whereby we can take more and more of the elective procedures that can be done in Mallow. We can have short stay surgical unit so that we can continue to have that ED role or low urgent care facility, and that we can begin to facilitate the structures around CUH. And I say that because if we proceed along a pathway that seeks to excise acute surgery or the acute medicine programme out of Mallow in a short space of time, I have no doubt but that it will contribute to the risk profile of larger hospitals like CUH. And we must be cognizant and we must be very wary about the need to ensure that hospitals like Mallow have a role, but that you need to look in a more lateral way how that role can proceed. And I just want to conclude by saying that we differ from other hospitals, or in that HICWA has already been through Mallow, if you will, and there are recommendations, and there is the issue of licensing coming down the track, which no matter what your political hue is, and I've accepted this a long time ago, that we have to take a view that says you don't reduce the capacity, you meet the HICWA requirements, you ensure that your hospital has a licence to practice when that does come about, and you ensure you can deliver the services, albeit possibly in a different way, but not reducing the capacity of the hospital in the longer term.